pepper. Okay. Hey, you guys asked for this stuff, so we're just going to keep rolling with it, okay? No, I'm not smoking in here. Okay. So, one of my favorite rants is, actually let's back it up for a second. If you've been following along, and you should be following along, I decided that Cosmo hates men, and I wrote a story not too long ago about some of the things that Cosmo suggests that women should do for men, or to men, if you will, and they're horrible, they're ridiculous, and I'm convinced that Cosmopolitan hates men. And the worst part is, oh, by the way, I don't know if I told you guys this or not, but Damian mentioned that I should look in the camera when I'm talking to you guys, and it just seems entirely too weird. And besides, I have to review my notes. I have to review the story, if you will, that I wrote, that I'm talking about. Anyway, so this is one of my favorite stories, okay? And it's from Cosmopolitan magazine, and it says, 6 sex secrets you never knew. Now that's pretty enticing. I mean, I don't care who you are. You're probably going to pick up that magazine. You're going to be like, 6 sex secrets I never knew. I mean, let's just back this up for a second. I'm 43 years old, okay? So just by the sheer default of that number, I've had a few sexual experiences, if you will, okay? So, but you know, 6 sex secrets you never knew, that's a bold title, okay? So of course, I pick it up, I take a look at it, and let me tell you something. There's probably a reason that you never knew these secrets, because nobody wants to know these secrets, okay? But here's my favorite. Here's my absolute favorite. Can we? This is one's my favorite. So, according to Cosmopolitan magazine and some bizarre study out of, it's definitely not the New England Journal of Medicine, but that's neither here nor there. The way to enhance your man's orgasm, to really drive him crazy, is to stimulate the sneeze sensation in him, which according to some random study, is similar to the orgasm sensation. Their advice is to sprinkle a little pepper under your man's nose right before he orgasms. I'm not even making this up, folks. I'm not even making this up. Okay, so what my rant goes on to say is that might be true. Okay, that might be completely true. That you might want to, you know, stimulate the same thing, like the whole, okay, we're not even going to dispute that. Let's take that for gospel. Let's say we completely believe that. That's a given. What we want to know is how. How do you implement the pepper? Do you tell him, like, hey, you know what? Right before the big moment, I'm just going to put a little pepper right under your nose. I mean, maybe he's a good sport. He might be like, oh, all right. Or do you just, like, surprise him? Do you just wait for that moment, and then you just spring the pepper out like Norman Bates coming at it? I mean, how? It's not the why. How? How do we get the pepper right underneath your nose right at that moment? And don't you think if you saw us, like, spring the pepper at you, I don't know, the moment might go away. I demand an answer. I need to know. Cosmo can't just throw this shit out there. They need to tell us, how are you supposed to do it? Okay? Do you just tell him? Do you just spring the pepper on him? I mean, what exactly do we do with the pepper? That's our question for today. Inquiring minds want to know. Okay? Inquiring minds want to know how we get the effing pepper right there, right underneath your nose, right before the big moment. This is just, I'm not even making this shit up. I can't even make this shit up. 6 sex secrets you never knew. Go ahead, Google it, right? I mean, anyway, so that's our mission for today. Maybe we could all just figure that out. Maybe you guys could tell us what the best way to do that would be. Should we just have the pepper waiting? You know what? Let us know. Women want to know. We want to know, do you want pepper under your nose right then? And if you do, how the hell are we supposed to do that? So, on that note, I'm going to get back to rewriting the story, because once again, I'm seeing a few F-bombs in here, and I can't use F-bombs when it comes to Represent Entertainment Magazine. Shameless plug. So, welcome to AJ World, where we answer those tough questions. Anyway, I can't just be hanging out with you guys all day. I got stuff I got to do. I'll see you later.